I am humbled and greatly honored to introduce our beloved Professor Lobsang Jamswal, or Genla, as he is fondly addressed by many of his students and acquaintances. I know Professor Jamswal for a long time, maybe over 4 decades. He was a lecturer of Sanskrit and classical Tibetan language at the Department of Buddhist Studies in Delhi University when I admitted as an eminent student of Buddhist Studies at the same university. Prior to that, Professor Jamswal received an Acharya degree in Sanskrit, Hindi and Buddhist and Indian philosophy at Sanskrit University, Benares, India. There he served as a librarian and Tibetan language instructor and helped to establish the Central Institute of Tibetan Studies, where he worked as a lecturer. After moving to USA in 1974, he taught at a Tibetan institute in New Jersey for almost 10 years. In 1991, he earned his PhD from Columbia University, where he taught classical Tibetan for more than 20 years. Currently, he is a regular professor at the International Buddhist College, Thailand, in the province of Songkhla. Although initially my encounter with Professor Jamswal was very brief, I never lost contact with him because my late husband, Peter Della Santina, was one of his students and they were very close friends too. So even when we were not living in the same country, we had a close connection with him. The learning between teacher and student continued through the best methods available during the 80s and early 90s, and I became a part of that process indirectly. In those days, the method that teaching was not like nowadays through internet and all that. It was quite tedious, going back and forth to sending cassettes and through mails and all that. So I witnessed great commitment, dedication, patience and love for knowledge from both teacher and his student. Much later in 2011, it happened in a strange way. Professor Jamswal, after retiring from his tenure at the University of Columbia, came to IBC to teach and we met again. Since then, until now, we are staying at the campus of IBC and I meet him almost daily. Every time I meet him or have a conversation with him, I realize what a rare human being Professor Jamswal is. Professor Jamswal does not need a formal introduction. One can find his academic and professional achievements from many sources. I can just point out a few extraordinary qualities that Professor Jamswal possesses. He is a simple person with the highest integrity and sincerity. He has a tremendous amount of patience and stamina that make him exemplary. He is also extremely generous. His generosity excels the boundary of material gifts. He is always ready to give good advice, teachings, and his precious time unconditionally. Sometimes his act of generosity can be for a very down-to-earth purpose. To clarify this point, I remember in Khorat, the other IBC campus in the Northeast, Professor Jamspal bought a full set of stainless steel utensils for the kitchen because he wanted to replace all the aluminum cooking pots and pans, forks and spoons, etc., etc. He did this because he was concerned about everyone's health and well-being. Likewise, Professor Jamspal is very conscious about a clean environment. Every day in early morning, one may encounter a very common sight of Professor Jamspal collecting discarded plastic bags and bottles, tin cans and multiple other garbage. He takes this task of cleaning very seriously and tries to instill the same to the students. The habit of keeping the environment clean has inspired IBC students, and most of the students henceforth make conscious effort to keep IBC surrounding clean. For sure, Professor Jamspal has a great role to play behind it. One can learn many other things from Professor Jamspal. From outside, Professor Jamspal may look fragile and delicate, but inside he is very strong. By age, he may be the most senior member of the IBC family, yet he is extremely energetic and never misses any religious or secular events that IBC organizes. In this connection, I can also mention how disciplined he is. He leads a very orderly life. He follows the routine of the day meticulously, eating healthy, wholesome food, maintaining a regular walking habit, and giving lessons to his campus and overseas students is part of his daily activities. Above all, a person of self-reliance, Professor Jamspal does not like to depend on others. He likes to carry his books or computer to the class, or get his lunch and wash his dishes, clean his own room, or cook his dinner. Sometimes one should depend on oneself only, not on others. That's his motto. Not many people know that Professor Jamspal was ordained as a monk at a young age and left for Tashi Lumpo in Tibet and stayed at the monastery for many years. His years of training as a monk made him extremely disciplined and respectful towards the monastic establishment. He went to the state as a monk, but soon realized that roaming in a monk's robe was not suitable in those days. So he started wearing Western clothes. Professor Jamspal highly values the importance and sacredness of monks' robes. I would like to remind my listeners that Professor Jamspal can make anyone elated in a very unusual way. Around Khorat campus, there is a semi-forested area where Professor Jamspal erected many miniature votive stupas collecting stones and pebbles. One may find some pictures also, Professor Jamspal made stupas. He told me each stupa was meant for a person, and before I could ask him anything else, he showed me one stupa that was meant for me. It was a very personal and very emotional time, and that moment I could feel the goosebumps all over me. My eyes swelled up and my voice choked. He is so humble and unassuming that he honors and respects everyone as an equal human being without considering them close or far or observing their status. No wonder why he is so much loved and respected by so many people, by everyone. There are so many other things I can relate about him, but how much I tell, that won't be enough. I think IBC is very fortunate to have him. His presence is a great blessing for IBC. He is the epitome of a selfless, generous, energetic, compassionate, kind-hearted and joyous human being with no hatred or jealousy. He is known among others, among everybody, that he is the true Bodhisattva. His favorite text is Shantideva's Bodhicharyavatara, and he is truly a follower of a Bodhisattva's way of life. He is our great teacher, a Kalyana Mitra, a Bodhisattva. I wish him, and we all wish him, good health and a very, very long life. Genla, thank you very much.